Kia ora, my beautiful whanau. Today's kōrero is going to be a lot different to what I'm usually talking about. Today I am going to dive into my vulnerability. I am going to express and practice transparency with you guys, with social media, with everyone. And it all started a couple of weeks ago when I allowed myself to share intimacy with wahine again. Okay, I was a little bit on the fence about documenting this, but this is all part of that practice around transparency for me and helping heal my my mamai around sexuality and all of that sort of stuff. So I gotta bloody speak my truth and just bloody get it out there. So I am currently at the airport picking up a beautiful wahine, and over these next couple of days I am going to be standing in my masculine energy and being open, being expressive, and finding out what sexuality really does mean to me, and what my sex is like. My new perception around sex, a conscious perception around sex. I don't know, I'm still working it out, whanau, but all I know is that there's some healing there that needs to be done, and in order to heal it, I need to be transparent with it, I need to be expressive, and I need to feel vulnerable, be uncomfortable. And this is definitely me stepping outside my comfort zone. I've been on the mean solo journeys lately, and so this is sharing space with someone is all new for me. So here we go, whanau.
When you know your self-worth and you know what you deserve, and you have an appreciation for yourself, for your body, that is really powerful. Yeah, that's really,
like,
yeah.
That's like the vibes that you send out, and that's what
Basically.
ultimately what you end up attracting.
Yes, and I feel like when you're in that position of fully accepting who you are as a person and loving yourself first before anyone else can appreciate you, whether it be your physical vessel that you're in, or the inside of you as well. I feel like you need to have that relationship with yourself first before you can go down that path with anyone else.
Yeah. Because that's kind of the place that we're meeting at, eh?
Yeah, basically.
It's like talking about it as more of a collaboration.
Yeah.
Like a conscious collaboration.
Yeah, like two people, two souls that have aligned and come together because we
are both opening that door for growth.
Yeah.
And bringing awareness to parts of us that would like to experience.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely going home. I feel like a whole, actually, as I say this, I feel really emotional because I feel like I am going home just a whole new version of myself. Yeah, and I'm just so deeply grateful for the experience that I have had down here. It's really hard to put into words. Yeah, it's so hard to have a conversation about it because it's just something that I feel inside I know has happened for me.
That soon led on to a beautiful weekend in Maui at a Inipi Sweat Lodge retreat, and that space really, I loved it. It was so beautiful, sharing conscious conversation, sharing space with all these beautiful people. And it wasn't until the last Sweat Lodge on the last day, and we were going through our last round, and the brother Inky, Jessie mentioned that she wanted to do a warrior round. And so Brother Inky said, yep, sweet as, you can do the warrior round, you can pour it. So a few people had left, and then we went into a 5th round in Inipi Sweat Lodge. If you don't know anything about Inipi Sweat Lodges, jump on Google and you can suss that out. So we went into the 5th round, and the sis starts pouring, bringing in the stones, bringing in the grandfathers, and starts pouring the water on the grandfathers and starts building up the heat in our sweat lodge. And she just mentions, you know, just like we're all going to pray at the same time, so just let your truth come out, just let your intentions, just purge it all out here in this moment. And so we started going, and she started pouring the water on, and it got hotter and hotter and hotter. And I just remember feeling the heat and fully surrendering. I remember saying, I surrender, I open each and every single pore on my tinana, and I allow the hot steam to penetrate deep into the core of my being, so that it may melt any stickiness, any yuckiness that may still be existing or lingering within. I allow myself to open my pores to let that hot steam come in and melt it, so that it may run throughout my tinana, so that it may become my blood, so that I can bring more awareness to it, so that I can bring more awareness to it, so I can bring the light of awareness to it. And we finished the round, and we did our bizo, we came out, and then me and another brother, Fori, shout out to you, my bro, we went down to the moana, and I also went down to the moana and did some more self-awareness practices down at the ocean shore. Later on that evening, we had a big, beautiful send-off, hakari, and then I went to bed. And in the nighttime, I usually quite often do some self-discovery work through my dreams. And that involves like conscious dreaming. Some people call it lucid dreaming. But it helps me dive into my subconscious and pull out, help identify parts of me that need healing here in this conscious realm, this earthly realm. And so I went into my space, and all of a sudden I was back at an old house that we used to live out when I was a child, out in the country. And all of a sudden I was scared as hell. I was shivering, I was shaking, and I remember not wanting to go to sleep. I remember not wanting to go to sleep and not wanting to go to bed, because I would be visited in the night from entity, from self-serving entity that, yeah, this is going to sound a bit hearty, whanau, so prepare yourself if you need to. But I would be visited in the night by a self-serving entity who would feed off of the energy of young children, and they would feed on their fear. And I was a child who was, some people call it abducted and sexually abused when in the night. And then I had my memory erased and put back into my room later on that night. So when I was at the Sweat Lodge just recently, these memories came back through from my subconscious self, and all of a sudden I had big powerful waves of realization and acceptance. And so this is just a long story short, finally. I've had many experiences with different things and dreams and beings. So anyway, this all played out, and as it was supposed to, obviously, and I am at a stage right now of being able to process this information, finally being able to process these horrific memories and feelings, and to know that I am finally at a stage of a strength of being able to do this is such a beautiful blessing, and I'm so grateful, because this has been a heavy backpack that I've managed to actually like create a cocoon around and flood it with love. I actually just flooded it with love and totally forgot that it was even there. So obviously, because part of the journey for me was even accepting that stuff was real and that it actually had happened to me, because it's not, it's not promoted in your everyday society. It's not normalized, but there are many cases of this stuff happening whanau, and all it takes is you to go and do a little bit of research and you'll find some. But it's been really difficult for me to accept this, because there's no one who I know is coming out about it and is speaking about it. And there's probably many of you out there whanau who have had similar experiences that just cannot remember because of memory wiping and yeah, memory. You know that movie blimmin' what was that blimmin' movie? MIB, Men in Black. You remember that movie, Men in Black, when they can wipe your memory of what happened? That's the same buzz that goes on with this stuff. So there it is. There's my my trauma, and so knowing that that's my traumatic experience, knowing that that's the place to start, I am going to I've booked in with a wahine, beautiful wahine, Janet in Wanaka. She is a hypnotherapist, and I've contacted her last night, and I've booked a session with her for Tuesday morning, and we're going to go in and I'm going to do some hypnotherapy, and I am going to dive into my subconscious and go back to these old memories and these old scars that have been hidden away from me for a long time. So the journey of the journey of self-discovery continues whanau, but this here is the root of all of my mamai that I've been carrying with me in relationships and sexual intimacy. And it made so much sense when I finally accepted it and identified it. It made so much sense to me that this is why I have trust issues with relationships, with sexual intimacy, not fully being able to express myself because of the shame that I innately am carrying through these experiences, through these past traumatic experiences. And there I am, whanau. There I am. That's it. Part of you already knows that there are beings out there that exist that are not benevolent, that may be self-serving, but also bringing awareness. Let me bring awareness to the loving, beautiful beings that are out there working alongside us, whanau. The beautiful beings that are within us, the beautiful beings that have come through and manifested themselves as us. Did you think about that one? Maybe you are a being from another place who has come here to aid in the evolution of consciousness, because that's what's going on here, whanau. And sorry to let the cat out of the bag there, you malicious beings who want to continue on with this sort of mahi, but you fellas are going to get your beans, man, I'm just saying. But yeah, sending you all beautiful, big, powerful waves of AROHA and strength, and yeah, we're going to keep you updated as this journey unfolds for me. Thank you for listening. If you've watched up to this 10-minute mark, I'm grateful for you. Cheers.